All right, y'all. I hope you can hear me well. Peace to the fam, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what it is, man. Po Joe, he's out of here. Let's get it started. Hope y'all can hear me. This is from the Daily Mail. And yeah, man, just hit the like button, hit the share button when you get the chance, hit subscribe. Also, hey, comment later on if you like it. But this is from the Daily Mail. And it may be something where it's too little, too late because who are you going to groom in the next, what, 3 or 4 months against a force of nature like Trump? Let me just say that first of all. This was the right move. This was inevitable. There's just too many bad episodes that were going on around this dude. You had to do this. But who's going to beat him? Don't and stop naming names of people. Scamala is not going to beat Donald Trump. She's not. If Hillary Clinton wasn't going to beat her, neither is Scamala because they're both one and the same image. They're same comes off phony in the same manner. All right. Black folk don't trust her like that. Don't and people keep thinking that she's gonna reel in black folks. Nah, black folks don't trust this chick at all. Okay, we know we already know she isn't black. She's more Indian than black. So she's not gonna work. Um, I know I've heard some people say Reverend Warnock, who barely scraped out a win against Herschel Walker, right? If you barely scraping out a win against Herschel Walker, how the hell are you gonna beat Trump? The only logical person is Gavin Newsom. That's the only logical guy. And y'all should have been grooming him since early on. So let's just read. President Joe Biden has dropped out of the 2024 race in a seismic decision sparked by a relentless campaign from Democrats demanding he drop out because of his cognitive decline and his dire chances against Trump. The 81-year-old stepped aside Sunday after facing weeks of questions over his fitness to serve following his disastrous presidential debate performance that sparked a series of fumbles he could not recover from. His historic moves comes after a 50-year career in politics that culminated in the White House. Now, Democrats must race to shore up their campaign behind a new nominee with less than 4 months until voting day. Good luck with that. No, the Democrats must, I've said, it's been the greatest honor of my life to serve as president. This was in this here little tweet Biden wrote in a letter. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, he went on, I believe it is in the best interest. And by the way, I just want to see y'all can hear me okay? If you can hear me, put ones up in the building. I'm just reading. I'm barely looking down the chats, but um, while it has been my intention to seek re-election, he went on, I believe it's in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. The announcement came the same day a slew of Democrats went on Sunday shows to insist the president was not stepping down and would continue his reelection efforts. Man, they must feel real foolish now, man. And Biden said he would speak in more detail about his decision and remarks to the country later this week. Last week, Biden was pulled from the campaign trail after he was diagnosed with COVID in the middle of a West Coast swing. This led to even more speculation that he would soon drop out of the race. Let's move on. In the showdown against Trump last month, Biden was often seen on split screen with his mouth agape and a million-mile blank stare. During his time to speak at the podium, the president would stumble, freeze, lose his train of thought, and mumble his way through answers to moderators' questions. At one point, just 12 minutes into the debate, Trump said, I really don't know what he said at the end of the sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Wow, how pathetic. Trump said in a post debate rally in Chesapeake, Virginia, that he was skeptical Biden would even drop out of the race, claiming Democrats don't have a better option against him in November. Luckily, Biden was not yet the Democratic Party's official nominee, and there's still a short time to replace him. The nomination convention is August 19th to 22 in Chicago, Illinois. Among the top contenders for Biden's spot, as I said just now, Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer, Vice President Kamala Harris is reportedly furious he's not being considered, which will bring me to my next story in a second. Um, Speculated that the former First Lady Michelle Obama is among a list of replacements for the 2024 Democratic ticket. Would she be crazy? Michelle Obama would be crazy to even jump into this shitstorm. Um, both Newsom and Whitmer have denied before and after the debate that they are seeking to replace Biden on the ballot. Biden and his team and allies spent the weekend after the debate in damage control mode, trying to quell concerns about the president is no longer fit for a second term. Uh, And despite many party leaders and campaign officials defending Biden's performance, Democrats were in an all out panic after the president stumbled and mumbled his way through a debate. The campaign said Biden's raspy and hard to hear voice was a result of a cold and tried to sell that line that it was just a slow start. Yeah, I'm on my phone right now, Kofi. Let me see if I'm able to even do that. Because I'm on my phone right now doing this, bro. So I'm seeing how I can shit, how can I do that? All right, let me see. Actually, let me give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me try to do this way. Hold on. I did drop a link. But um but let me say this, because I'm just reading this from the I'm reading it from the Daily Mail. But there's another story in the Daily Mail which popped up. And wait, did he endorse President Biden? Biden endorses Kamala as he backs out of the race. Did he endorse her? I'm on my phone. I'm seeing if I can even pick you up, homie. Uh, Hold on. Let me see what happens on my phone. Oh wait. I think I could. Well, I'll be damned. I guess I could. Yeah. What's up, man? Can you hear me? I can't even hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, you know what? Let's. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I heard you. You just didn't let
All
me in.
right. All right, now this is good. I'm on the phone, but yeah, this was the only thing to do, man. I mean, there's no. I was on another stream and I was saying, they gotta figure this out before the week's up. Turns out before the week even started, they decided, yeah, they're gonna go ahead and he's gonna go ahead and drop out. So, um, too little, too late, in my opinion. They should have been grooving Gavin because they people have been making whispers about him. Or another person I thought about, what's his name? Bakari Sellers is another one because he's another guy who's been carrying the water a lot for Biden. But I think he has some experience. I mean, he was a lawmaker somewhere, but they're the only two who have the youth and the chutzpah to go up against Trump. But what do you say about this?
Same thing. I knew it was gonna happen with the whole. Well, he's sick from COVID and he stopped doing speeches, and it was coming when you have people like Democratic loyalists, that's Biden loyalists like Chuck Schumer, and oh my God, I forgot the other guy's name. They were saying he has to get out. So once that was said, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. And I knew before the weekend was over that something would have happened because all this was playing out in the middle of the week. Right. So my
Yeah,
thing is, is are they going to pick somebody or are they going to have another Democratic convention? Like you said, it's only 4 months left.
yep,
So and the thing about it, this is good, but then it's bad at the same time, like you said, because of timing. One, two, they're gonna say, well, it's not that it really matters, but it's gonna matter up to independents. They're
yeah,
gonna say, well, whoever you pick, whether it be Gavin Newsom or whoever, this person doesn't have the experience to run president. Donald Trump was a president, and da 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 da. So I think they have people already if that they either picked or the group of people already that they already picked for the DNC.
I mean, who? I mean, there's only, like I said, there's only one person. Um, and Kamala, he's not even endorsing. He doesn't even want Kamala. That's the fucked up shit. And she's pissed off about it, from what I understand. But she's not. She cannot beat Trump. She could. It's going to be Hillary all over again, and Hillary got stopped. So, and people underestimate how popular she is,
Who,
particularly
Hillary?
among. No, I'm talking about Kamala.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, people are underestimate how popular she is amongst black people. Black people really, unless you're a diehard Democrat, they really aren't feeling this woman like that. And
Yeah.
her rates, her likability, she has a lower rating than Biden. All right,
Yeah, because he
so
hasn't really done nothing. What has Kamala Harris really done? I mean, I don't follow her too hard, but the Democratic Party are extremely bad at messaging of the little that they do. But Kamala Harris really, I don't see her instrumental really in anything. She's instrumental to me as far as like, hey, if Joe just dies in his sleep or whatever and just
yeah,
passes away, at least she's credible. She's a credible
yeah,
person that could do it. Because no one, again, I think the problem we have here, I would like Bernie to run again, but
mhm.
anybody else, what I'm saying, no, again, no one's was president. So they're gonna say the Democrats are inexperienced because they're running a person who was never president, but whatever.
Well, actually, it's saying here that that Biden actually endorses Kamala. Okay, so he did endorse her. But again, she is not a good candidate. They have to, and I'm talking right now, say who their candidate is, and they have to get him like right away, just throw the Hail Mary because Trump, even people are saying that if Trump messes up, he's got a cult. The man's
Yeah.
got a cult following. It doesn't matter what this man does. Plus, the whole thing about tossing him in jail, now that's gone. All right. How are you gonna toss a guy who was nearly assassinated in jail? He's got everything going. All he's got to do is give speeches at this stage. That's all he's got to do is give speeches. Whatever debate he's in, he's just gonna make the debate a show as he always does. So the Democrats fucked up again, man. They
But
fucked up.
that's the okey doke. That's that's the okey doke as far as like, look, I don't believe the assassination was a fake assassination or something or anything like that. They dig through the kid's file. They talk to his neighbors. They talk to his teachers. That he was a staunch Republican.
Yep.
They like to hang up. You know, when I go on Dynasty's channel, whatever, and you go to these Republicans, like, oh, he donated $15 to the Dems. That was like when he was
Oh,
18.
those
As of
goddamn
lately,
clowns.
exact. As of lately, currently, he's a registered Republican. His parents are Republicans. They said there were Trump signs all over their lawn. Like, give me a break. But the
Like
only
that
thing,
part of
yeah,
Pennsylvania as well, man. Come on, bro.
yeah. But
Like,
then what they also said is that the kid was obviously deranged. So his victim would have been anything. So he was looking. His mark was the Democratic Party and the Republican Party because he just wanted to make a name for himself. It just so happened to be that Trump was just in his town, so that's just an easy mark,
yeah,
and he just went there to did that. If it was a Democrat, then he would have did the same thing. He wasn't really picking. He was like just looking for a shooting opportunity. But at the same time, it's an A car. You know what I'm saying? It's the gun that they had that they want to ban. The Republicans they just passed them to get bump stocks and all this other stuff. AK-47s, no, that's fine. He was a part of a First Amendment group. He even had like a gun club group. All that shit that
yeah,
Republicans are.
yeah.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
of that. And here's
But
another
yeah,
another little tidbit. Presidents in this country, they've been people have tried to assassinate them or assassinate them 36 times. Zero of them are black. All right.
yep.
36 times they tried to slump a president, and 0% of them are black, all of them white men. And you got people coming out saying, oh, he was mentally deranged. I mean, you could imagine if it was anyone but a a
A
um
black person.
a, a white man that did this. And the whole sympathy with Trump, I mean, look, I'm not wishing that he gets shot, but I'm not shedding tears for this dude. I can't. And
No,
I'm very interested to hear his response. All right? Because I could see them some savage responses coming from that end. All right? This is why, yeah, it's turned out that maybe this wasn't fake or nothing, but how savage would this have been from that end had that happened to Biden or any prominent Democratic figure from that side? So
they
I
would have.
just
They would have called it. Okay, number one, when it first came out, when that happened, you had J.D. Vance before he was nominated to be the vice president. Tim
yes,
Coon, Scott, and all of them were basically saying, and right wing media saying
yes,
that Joe Biden ordered to hit, the Democrats ordered to hit. Day one, no one knows nothing, and they're
exactly.
tweeting this out. Right. So if the dynamic was to happen like how you said, let's say if it was like a black person or it was actually a Democrat that did it, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, see what I told you, what I told you. Even was
Yeah,
like a white male. Even was like a white like right now they saying what's the problem? Right? Trump said. I was on Brandon's live during when they accepted Trump as the
yeah,
as the president. I was on their live and all these fucking coons while Trump was saying all the criminals are coming from Africa. And
right.
we repeated the same thing all over again.
But
Them
that,
niggas was quiet.
but
And
see,
I'm like making like
this
how
is
y'all
what
supposed to be Pan African? But what I'm
this is
trying to
what
say is that if that
yeah,
was to happen, right,
mhm.
and they it will just fall on deaf ears because you saying all these people are criminals, but who's killing you? A white man. But they
Yes.
don't care.
But see, that's the thing. Do these guys not hear what Trump is saying? Just listen. He says when he says you got guys coming from, he names all dark countries,
Yep.
all dark countries, and like, come on already. I listen. Brandon he needs to tone it down now. Now this dude he's calling Umar a scam artist. Why is he calling Umar a scam artist? Because Umar called out Trump supporters on his last. He's mad at Umar now. So now
Really?
Umar's a scam. Yeah, I mean
Because I wonder
I
why he
heard that
pivoted. I even didn't look at the video. I'm like, why is
on
he pivoting to Umar?
on his last video where he talks about Tariq, who like To Tariq, he can't sell on Amazon, and they shut down his little flick.
Yeah,
But
he in New
he,
York. He in New York right now. You know, he ain't talking that tether shit in New York. But go ahead.
yeah, yeah, but now he's what you call it? He was saying, yeah, well, Umar, he's never gonna get it. He's a scammer. I'm like, oh, did someone get their feelings hurt because Umar called you guys slave minded? All right, the Trump is slave minded. So I think that dude just follows. He likes to follow. You know, I think he's been in more than one cult because he was very Christian before. I think Afro Think Tank
Yeah,
made a point.
he just switched one for the other. Yeah, he was like
Yeah,
I think a 7 days Adventist, and that's like the
yeah,
cultiest
yeah.
denomination of Christians.
I
Like you
think
can't do anything.
I think he has a cultist mind. This is why he follows people all the time. He might have even been following Tariq, and maybe Tariq hurt his feelings. Who knows? But
We need to go do some digging. That's probably true.
yeah, that's probably true. But yeah, man, Biden's gone. Like I said, it's what is it now? It's July 21st. I just they really gotta do a real fast track this month, which is August. I don't know how they're gonna stop. They're gonna stop a force like Trump. I just
You're
don't
gonna
know, man.
it's again, it's really look, the diehards or the diehards, no matter if it's left or right. What everyone was trying to do is the independence and the indecisive.
So
And to get new voters, if there isn't already new voters, those are the people that you have to win. The Brandons and people like that, they already,
they
the
already made up
die's
their
already
mind.
cast. The
Yeah,
died hard Dems and the LGBTQ people, even though there's a lot of LGBTQ people on the Republican side, but there's more
yeah,
LGBTQ people on the Democratic side. They're people like that. They already know because their rights are being rolled back. Women, for the
yeah,
most part, they know they're going to be on the Democrats because they want to repeal Roe v. Wade, right? It's the
yep,
independent that
yep,
is that they need to do. So you're going to need someone that's somewhat of a populist, someone that's well known. Their names ring bells, got a good track record. That's why I do agree with you, Gavin Newsom, Pete Buttigieg, or whatever, people like that. Well, no,
gee,
no,
I mean
Pete is gay, so I don't know how that's going to go. So I
that is
take that
not gonna
back.
work. That's not nah, that's not gonna work. Although Pete Buttigieg he did he did son JD Vance. He was right
Mhm.
about it. JD Vance, that's a weird one, man. And how do you feel? You're Tim Scott. You're that other dude.
Byron Donald.
I don't you gotta tell me what it is. Trump promised that dude something because it's over the top with dude. He
Hmm.
was clearly promised somebody. Did Trump promise him Secretary of State or something? Something's going on because you knew he's not going to be president, and his shit is just way over the top. So I'm thinking Trump. Trump promised, and who knows if he's going to give it to him. I mean, but
Yeah,
that right
he
there is a
probably
little
did
over the
promise
top.
him a cabinet position. They had to because
It's something
yeah.
something powerful, something. But even with that, man, how do you even, as a black man, how do you even do some of the shit that you're doing, man? Like, come on already. I mean, and I'm not saying that the Democrats do it too. The Democrats, but this is just with Tim Scott. Something else is going on with that, bro. Something.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up,
With
Cat?
him,
Go ahead, go ahead.
with him, I mean, with Republicans is obvious. With Democrats, when Democrats doing it is like low key. You just co-sign the bullshit. But Republicans, it's complete theatrics. There's a lot of physical shucking and jive. Remember when Roland Martin talk all that good shit, and then
Yeah,
when Hillary Clinton came, he's shucking and jiving with Hillary Clinton.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
Like, yo,
that's another one. I'm gonna see what he has to say about it because he's another one. A lot of these dudes, what MSNBC, which is nothing but Blue Fox at this point,
mhm.
Roland Martin, who another guy who was admonishing Democrats. I'm interested to see some of these diehard Democrats. Where are they going to go to now? All you corner yourself into one position. I'm seeing trending. Kamala Harris obviously is trending. Hillary Clinton, she's trending. Why would you want her? Hillary Clinton,
I don't know. It's like that's a dead horse. Hillary
well,
Clinton is a fucking dead horse. To
Clinton,
resurrect that is gonna be they just gonna give the campaign away. It If they select Hillary, okay, there's a reason why they'll select Hillary, right? Because you're right, she's a diehard, right?
Yeah.
But she lost to
Yes.
Trump the last time, not due to the popular vote, because Trump was never popular. Trump
Yes.
never won the popular vote. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He won through the electoral college, right? So
Yes.
they may bring, it'll be a bad idea to bring it back and to say she lost once, but at the same
Yes.
time, they may say, okay, we know what we did wrong. Let's change the messaging. But Hillary
Mhm.
Clinton still would be a fucking bad idea.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton's a horrible idea. Like I said, Michelle Obama's too smart to get into this, so she's not
Oh,
going to do it.
true. Heard that a while back. I heard that a while back. People were saying, talking about Michelle.
Think about it. Michelle is the most popular black woman on the planet. All right, she's
Yeah.
the most loved black woman on the planet. They're gonna roll her. She'll be 90, and they're gonna roll her out to the Democratic convention to be this queen mother. So she doesn't want to give that up. And if she decides to run against them, Mrs. We go if they go high. I mean, does she really want to go into the dirt with Trump? So
Nah, she can't. When they go high, when they go low, we go high. That's bullshit.
yeah, she's
And
gonna.
that's why I don't respect the Democrats because they be actually mudslinging. Republicans actually mudslinging, and the Democrats be having flowers in their hand on some.
Yeah,
Oh, stop peace and love. I'm like, no, what the hell?
yeah.
Like, nah.
She's
You know what I'm
she's
saying?
not she's not she's not going to do it because in order to, again, Gavin Newsom's the only guy, because the only way to go against Trump, you got to really get dirty and get your hands dirty. And I just posted up a meme that just gave you everything that Trump has done over the years. It doesn't matter with these cats, man. It
They're in the
really
cult.
doesn't matter.
They're in the cult. I was in that same chat with them and stuff like that, and they're trying to shame me, calling me Democrat. Fine, I'm on the left. You can call me a Democrat if you want, but I'm
Right.
left of Joe Biden. I'm an independent, and I'm left of Joe Biden. But I'm like niggas. Y'all niggas can't shame me. You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
my kids are like, I don't understand how. Okay, Joe Biden is slow. He's old. He loses place. But you
Yeah.
got one thing I give Republicans. They got balls, right?
Yeah.
You because Joe Biden is slow and loses his place, he needs to drop out the race. Versus y'all trying to shame me. You standing next to a pedophile, a
Yeah.
Epstein lover, pedophile, rapist,
Yes.
insurrectionist, racist. Up to this
Yes.
day, he's a racist
Yes.
and a pedophile and a rapist.
Yes.
And y'all are not. Y'all standing by him. So I'm like, yo, what world are we living in?
I
What
mean,
world are we living in?
and it's not that I don't understand that either. This whole, well, Biden's racist. So okay, yeah, he is, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna sit next to the overt racist. How does that
Yes,
happen?
let's go out of the frying pan into the volcano. That makes no sense.
I don't understand that, and they don't have a reason why they're doing it. Okay, like if Marcus Garvey, he met with the KKK, but it's to like we're gonna try to separate. I don't want to meet with you to unite with you. I want to
Exactly.
separate. I want to separate away. These
It's a
guys want to
diplomatic
be with.
meeting.
They want to
Yeah,
be with a racist, and they want to unite with this dude for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? They want to unite with him. They because a lot of them just listen to those guys, those Pan African. Listen to Dynas because I've heard him. I've heard his language. I've heard him and Brand. You just listen to their language. All
I
right.
think
They
Dynus is mildly retarded a little bit. I think he's mildly retarded.
my Dynas would say stuff like, well, a lot of this is our fault. He is on that thing where he's like, a lot of our problems are self-inflicted. I mean that's
Yeah,
that a lot of this stuff is just Republican talking points. You're supposed to be leaving for Africa. Why would you even care about Trump,
just
man?
just like Afro Think Tank said, he was like he's dude is just a tour guide and he's in sales. So his
Yeah,
job is just to sell
yes.
you shit. That's it.
Oh man, it's like the people on these social media streets. They're weirdos, bro. They're weirdos. So I just wanted to pop out, do this quick live. I saw this trending, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, my
So
son told me he was like Joe Biden dropped out. I was like, oh shit, it is Sunday.
yeah,
It's either
he
now
had
or
he
never.
he had to do it, man. And now I'm just very interested to see who they have on the fast track. Again, only logical one is Gavin Newsom. he's gonna have to do a lot of work, but even still, and I'm not worried. I mean, Trump gets elected, whatever. I mean, it's like these guys are Democrats or Republicans. It's the two peas in a pod. But listen, man, I'm just gonna wait and see who the next person is gonna be, man. So but
Yeah,
yeah. So and let me just say, yeah, what's up, Carrie? I see you. Born Eternal Allah, Zeus, Cleopatra. I am human. What's up, Kimberly Callaman? Long time no see, miss. Yeah, and Dengby, yeah, man. So, but yes, thanks for hopping on, man. I'm gonna shut this
no
down.
problem, man.
But let's see what's going on. Go to Kofi's platform, guys. Kofi does put down real knowledge, not any type of coonery that comes. Oh, what's up? I guess this is Spot. Last call. What's up? Yeah, to combat the coonery that's coming from the Brandons, from the Dynasts, and from all of them dudes over there, man. Listen to him. Listen to Afro Think Tank, man. Until those guys decide to get a brain in their head, who knows? But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but
Thanks.
no problem,
Thanks.
man. But I think they're gonna come to a decision or do a DNC national convention during this week, before this week over. We're gonna hear some names who they're gonna go with.
Then
So
we'll
yeah,
see,
thanks for
man.
shouting me out. It's Kofi
Absolutely.
the Black Critic. Check me out.
Kofi, the
Thanks,
Black
bro.
Critic, man. Go check him out, man. And I'll actually put his link in the chat, man. And everybody who's come in, man, thanks for coming. And listen, hold on, let me just see if I'm. Yeah, everybody's talking about it now. The Black. All right, here we go. Here we go. And to all you FBAers who are basically just um to all the FBAers, man, who've been trying to shame Democrats. Well, Biden's gone now. Biden's gone, and that's another thing I forgot to talk to you about, Kofi, because thank you for bringing up these weirdo FBA dudes who went after Sheila Jackson Lee.
Yep,
Like,
that was insane, man. That was
yeah.
freaking insane.
Oh, listen, this is not. It's not just what you posted. I saw the after post as well. I'm just at the point where I need to go to a MAGA rally where I feel safe from these niggas. I mean, like, damn, seriously. I'm serious.
Sadly, you would, man. Just put on a MAGA hat, like you're one of the good
Yeah,
niggers, and around
yeah.
them, they're gonna. You go to an FBA rally, like you know what I'm saying? They like,
I
where your
may
family
get
from?
killed. I may get killed. They're like, where you from? Like, you're like, they may kill me. It's really gotten that toxic out there, bro. You're going
That's
after Sheila Jackson Lee, the HR 40. Okay? You didn't like it. What did you do to either help her or you did nothing? There was no
Yvette Cornell.
lawmakers at that bullshit rally that you went to. You and
Yvette Cornell. If the FBA, then it's gonna be Tariq. And
yeah.
if the ADOS is gonna be Yvette Cornell. But what has happened? What did they get out of that rally? How did that lead them closer to reparations by going to that bullshit rally that they gave money to?
Oh my god, I cannot. But like, I'm looking at there. I think I'm in a twilight zone because I posted up another. I posted up something from this MAGA chick that went after Sheila Jackson Lee and really savaged her death. But then you got the FBA people doing. They did the same thing when John Lewis died. I'm like, really? You can disagree with dude, but
Well, I didn't hear you. They
bullshit.
did the same thing with who? I didn't hear you. You went out a little.
John Lewis. When he
Oh,
died, they
okay.
did the same. I'm like, okay, there's certain things you can disagree with, but going out there to get your head beat in, that's a lot more than what these guys are
Exactly.
doing. Oh
Exactly.
my god.
I read you posted something on my channel when he was Tariq was talking to some African dude, and Tariq put himself up there with the civil rights leader. He's like, yeah, I'm a civil rights leader. I'm like, nigga, what?
Yeah,
How you a civil rights leader? What did you sacrifice for black people?
I tell you, man, it has gotten, dude, this has gotten totally insane. But now Biden's gone. All right. Now and how about this? It's been 5 years since the fund my bank account uh started, right? You don't have any lawyers. You don't hooked up with no lawmakers.
Exactly.
You haven't put together a pack. You haven't done none of that. But I'll tell you what you did do. Tariq collected over $2 million. Oh, wait a minute. There's some more news. You know what? Stay on for a minute. There's some more news here because the news is coming. Donald Trump decided to say something. Hold up.
Oh
Donald
shit.
Trump said, actually, Donald Trump, attack. Hold on a second. I just saw, what does it say? Donald Trump, oh, she slams him. Oh, I told you this dude is savage, bro. So
Yep.
Donald, yeah, here it is.
Sleepy
Donald Trump
Joe
breaks his.
finally went to sleep.
He said Donald Trump breaks his silence on Joe withdrawing what he thinks of Kamala as a potential replacement. The president who's ailing health, blah blah blah. Trump reacts to Biden dropping out. So, oh shit! Ah, all this sympathy you have for Trump. And here's what Trump says. Trump reacts to Biden dropping out. Single worst president by far in history.
Oh my god,
Ah!
man.
He said former President Donald Trump tells CNN in a phone call minutes, not even seconds, minutes after Biden um, announced he is dropping out of the 2024 race. He is the worst president in the history of our country. He goes down as the single worst president by far in the history of our country. Ah!
You can't be, yo, you cannot be nice to Trump, man. You can't,
Oh,
when you're not nice to him,
shit.
people go, why? Shit like this.
Hilarious. He doesn't even, I mean, any other president, they'd say, listen, we were enemies, but it was a good fight and everything. I wish him the best of.
Trump is a piece of shit. Look,
Yo.
if he could hate on John McCain and say John
Yeah.
McCain and all people in the civil services that got caught in Vietnam and the Korean
Suckers.
War is losers, and that's a
Yeah.
part of his own party, who the fuck is a Joe Biden?
And of course, the Central Park Five is like, yeah, they were innocent, but I don't think so. Fuck them. Like, they're
Exactly. He
like,
wants the death penalty. New York doesn't have the death penalty, but Donald Trump in the 80s wanted the death penalty just to execute black people.
wow. Trump went on to say he thinks Kamala will be easier to beat in November. No kidding. She'll be easier to beat in November than Biden or any other Democrat. The former president took to Truth Social. I thought that was closed to further slam crooked Joe Biden. Hold on. He said, here's what the whole thing. Crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run for president and is certainly not fit to serve and never was. He only
Wow.
attained the position of president by lies, fake news, and not leaving his basement. And all those around him, including his doctor and the media, knew that he wasn't capable of being president, and he wasn't. And now, look at what he's done to our country with millions of people coming across the border, millions and millions, millions of people coming across our border, totally unchecked and unvetted. Many from prisons, mental institutions, and record numbers. He just uses the same lines.
Yeah.
Record numbers of terrorists. We will suffer greatly because of his presidency, but we will remedy the damage he has done very quickly. Make America great again. Oh, man.
Wow.
He
You,
didn't even, no grace whatsoever towards dude. Just
middle
admit,
finger all the way.
wow.
But
And you
and most
want,
of the things, I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, and most of the things that Trump says about this, the character assassination of Joe Biden, is basically him. You know, with these Republicans, they're, what I'm saying, it's really a confession of them lying and all the worst president in history and all type of
Uh-huh.
stuff. Joe Biden isn't great, but Donald Trump really. You know what I'm saying? And then, open borders and shit like that. And that asked Republicans, okay, so Joe Biden came in, he left the border open. So Trump
Mhm.
closed it, right?
Yep.
It's a lot of nonsense. It's like a lot of buzzwords, but it's
You're not, and what's funny because they're going after Latinos, and did you know it's actually Chinese people that are Asians are the ones who are coming over the border more than anybody.
oh
All right,
really?
yes, they had something on 60 Minutes. I did a live about that. It's the Chinese people that are actually they're coming over the border more than anybody. What about Russians, by the way? What about Germans? What about people from all these
They
European
don't care.
countries?
Canadians, they don't care. That's why Trump. That's why I understand these niggas like Trump. They're doing the old fashioned American demonization of criminality. The criminality should always be a black and brown face, no matter how many serial killers they are, no matter how many shooters they are. The face of criminality always had to be black and brown. So if I'm saying so, what you're saying that this they use the law of opposites. If I keep saying black people is bad, brown people are bad, and all these people are bad. You'll say this about white people. I don't have to say white people are good or white people are innocent because I'm not demonizing white people. It's the law of opposite. You know, so he's not saying anything about Scandinavia, Germans, just like you said. But you still people got riding with him and say, "Oh, because I made more money, nigga. You don't make more than $200,000 a year. Get the fuck out of here."
By the way, the immigrants that come over, I mean, if you want to make families out of them, like him and his vice presidential candidate has done, I mean, do they count? Right? Because
Ah,
he
they
was
turned on
both.
JD Vance when they found out his wife was Indian.
And
Yo,
with
they cannibalizing
in,
themselves right now.
Indian and Indian names, and I'm just curious about how is some of this gonna fly? Because again, but I mean, and she's a dark Indian. She's not like
Yeah, she's like a Brahmin.
yeah, she's a brown Indian, and he named them Indian names and stuff. And that's a strange pick. That's a strange pick. But then again, but it's no different because let's say if Kamala becomes president, you really gonna see her as a black woman with her whole white family? Man,
Hell no.
like everything about this, man. This is just we're in weirdo world. But yeah, Trump right after a week after getting shot, a week after getting sympathy, and everybody wearing that silly bandage on their ear like the cult would do, right?
Wearing tampons on their
Biden,
head.
Biden, who's suffering from COVID. Okay, I mean, we don't even know if he's gravely ill or whatever, and he just savages this dude. That's what I'm saying. If that happened to Biden, forget about it. And I heard
Exactly. They
some,
didn't care.
and I
They would have
heard
said
some.
false flag operation. It wasn't a Republican. It was a Democrat. They're doing it for false flag. He didn't
Oh
die. They would have
God,
been saying that. I'm
it's
telling you.
hilarious. Listen, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, they have a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work, and they got to get something. I
Definitely.
mean, again, Gavin Newsom, he's the only one with some chutzpah that's going to attack Trump. But I wouldn't do it with Kamala. Kamala is not. She won't be able to go into the dirt like Trump does. Matter of fact, I would even find
I
somebody.
kind of disagree a little bit because you ever seen her during her confirmation hearings with Brett Kavanaugh and the other one? She was kind of vicious, and I was kind of
Yeah,
looking forward to that. When she became VP, and when she was debating against Biden, we saw a little bit of that. So that, and when she was doing her on confirmation hearings, she when she wants to, she could get vicious. But
you know
I
what
still wouldn't post her up.
You know what it is with her and even Hillary, right? And they're just not feminine enough, man. To be honest with you, the pantsuits and the whole, they just are not feminine enough. That is something that would draw. If you're a woman, femininity is something that sells. This is why with Donald Trump, as savage as he would get, he would push his daughter out there, and
Hmm.
she was a very calming, the blonde hair, the femininity, the long. I mean, again,
If Donald Trump is hearing this, you turning him on. You know that he want to fuck
yeah,
his daughter.
I'm sure. And again, but she's there to put everybody at ease.
Yeah.
You don't understand how much of Trump, the image of Trump. People don't seem to understand the image of Trump, what he represents. Trump, with his big family, with his three wives, he represents dynasty. He represents permanency. When
Hmm.
you have whites who feel that, oh, whites are becoming
Being
they're
replaced with the whole
they're being
replacement theory.
replaced. When you see his big family and when you see his dynasty, that represents permanency. All right, people don't seem to understand that when you see, as opposed to Hillary Clinton, who comes off abrasive and pants, she almost comes off like an old lesbian.
See what you're
You,
saying.
you
I see
understand?
your
So
point.
so that's why they need to get. I don't think Kamala is going to win from that effect. Donald Trump knows the media. He know the two things Donald Trump does very well. If he doesn't know anything, he knows how to brand. He
Yep.
is a he's genius at that. He had us
Yep.
thinking he was the richest man on earth
Me
for
too.
50 years. All
Me
right.
too. Yep.
He knows how to brand and he knows how to manipulate the media. He is genius at that. And I've
Yep.
been talking family members like, I don't think Trump's a genius. No, he's very good at those two things.
Yeah.
And you got to find a way.
Business, no. Business, no.
Yes,
But marketing and playing the
yes.
media to his advantage, extremely so. Yes.
Marketing and branding, he is excellent at, and he knows how to work that media. You got to find a way to work the media and find some sort of theme. When the Democrats won, they had a theme. When Clinton won, hope. You kept pressing hope. When
That's
Obama won,
Obama, but I think Obama was,
change,
yeah, something like
change.
that.
All right,
Change.
you
Yeah.
kept you. They had a brand. You don't have a brand right now as a Democrat.
That is
That's
true.
your problem.
That
Donald
is
Trump,
true.
like it or
Even
not,
if we had the whole fucking vote or die bullshit, we even had that.
yeah, yeah. Like when Cunha said that hat gives power, he was right. I mean, some guys grab the hat and their dick gets hard. Other people, you take the hat and you want to line your dog with it. But the
Yeah.
but the hat does have it does give bring some emotion. The
Yeah.
Democrats do not have that, and
That is very
they
true.
need to find something to do that. And now looking at what Donald Trump, how he responded after a week of sympathy towards Biden, who's bedridden, the gloves should be completely off,
Leo, bare knuckle, baby.
completely off. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna let's see what happens with this. But yeah, I just think let's just see if there's any other stuff that's coming. Nah, nothing's coming. But yeah, just take what Donald Trump. Let me just see what was trending on X, by the way, if anything new is trending. But Peter Buttigieg, yeah, stop that. Bernie Sanders is now trending, of course. Who's
Mm-hmm.
Shapiro? They say Ben Shapiro. Oh, come on, bro. Ben Shapiro's
Mention that's
trending.
a joke.
Like, come on, bro. But Gavin Newsom is the only. That's the only person that you can do right now, man. So let's see what happens with it, man. But
I mean, you got Gavin Newsom. You got a couple of some lifelong Democrats that's part of the that's been around for a while. I'm
right,
very interested to know who they're gonna pick as a front runner. Maybe it's too soon to do a Democratic National Convention,
right,
but I think that would be necessary because then people on the Dem side be like, hey, look, we even get to pick our front runner. The
right,
Republicans pick their front runner. Why can't we pick our front runner? So they will
right.
have to do it very, like Ti would say, expeditiously.
Yeah, and yeah, Kimberly. I know Newsom was married to Kimberly Guilfoyle when she looked human. He was married to her at one point, and she has one of the biggest mouths over there. So I'm interested to see if she'll. I'm interested to see if she even opens her mouth if he is in fact the front runner because those two were literally in bed together at one point. But yeah, man, I just we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, thanks for coming up. Again, go to Kofi the Black critique. I think I put the link in there. I'll put it in there in a second. But go there, man, and yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with
Yeah.
it. Thanks for coming up. Thanks
Thanks
everybody
for
for
shout
coming,
out.
man. I appreciate it, man. Peace out.
Later. Peace.
Later, everybody. Peace, and let me just go here and get.